Hello, hi everyone. My name is Ashley and welcome to my channel, A Little Patience. This is a channel about cross stitch and other crafts. And today is Thursday, November 2nd. I skipped a video. I did not have a video last Thursday. And I'm a little unorganized today. And I sat here for about 5 minutes just mentally preparing myself to do the video because it's been a while, so I'm kind of off track, I guess I could say. But it's like 12:15 or something, and I needed a little pick-me-up, so I have my coffee. So get something to drink, probably not coffee, if you're prone to spilling like gosh, I've spilled stuff on my things before, and it's not cool. So maybe some water, grab something to drink, grab some stitching. I love Dorkani coffee. And I will jump right into it a little out of order. I just kind of have some piles of stuff on my table, and the reason why I did not do a video last week, well, there's two reasons. Reason number one, I was obsessively reading some books. So I started with a trip to Costco, and then I was reading a Catherine of Aragon book, so I had to finish that before I could start this. So I started this and finished it in a couple days, and I haven't read like this since like I was a child when I was reading Harry Potter when it first came out. But it felt really good to just read and just do nothing but read. So Fourth Wing, there is a lot of hype about this, and I liked it. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait for the next one. So then I went to Barnes & Noble. And my son had a I'm trying to put them in order. My son had a $5 gift card that he still needed to use up from his teacher from last year. And it was so rainy the day we went, and nobody really wanted to leave, and everybody was playing video games in the basement, and I thought we should get out of the house. So I'm like, let's go to Barnes & Noble. And they're like, no, we don't want to go. And eventually we did. And we all had a blast. My daughter actually organized the toy section. So they had like they have like Lego and puzzles and toys, and they had a little unicorn figurine stand, and my daughter just organized it for like a good 10 minutes. So, it was good for them. I think it was good for all of us. But anyway, I went and I bought the very first book in this series, A Court of Thorns and Roses. It came out in 2015, I believe is the copyright. So I got this one at Barnes & Noble, and I flew through that. So I got the rest on Amazon, and I have the 5th book I'm reading right now. I flew through these in like a week and a half, and I finally told myself I need to slow down and get back to stitching. So the other reason is I just needed a break. So break for reading and a break from Flosstube. So that is why I was gone last week and no video. But since then we've had Halloween, and last Saturday my daughter wore her costume to dance, and the Friday before we did trick-or-treat in a local downtown, which was nice because the weather was like 60, but it was really windy. But I thought it would be good to do that because the forecast for Halloween was not looking very good, and it was miserable. Sorry if I'm talking too fast. I'll try to slow down. So we did those things, and then after lunch, after dance, my daughter and I and Willie went to her school Halloween bash because the boys were camping for Cub Scouts. So it's just me and the 2 little ones. So we did that, and it was cute. They did a good job. The PTO did a great job. And then we had the rest of the weekend, and then we had Halloween on Tuesday, and it was so cold. And I made chili. Every Halloween I make chili. It is something that I believe my mother-in-law started. She would make chili for all the boys, and then she had 3 boys, and all their friends would always come over after trick-or-treating and just be starving, so she would just make a big pot of chili for all the boys. And that's something I started when Theo was still really little, I think. And it's so nice. It's the first chili we have for the season, and my husband is always looking forward to it. It's a really good chili recipe I've brought it to school when I was working, and I won the school chili competition. I brought it to work when I was working at Waukegan Harbor, and I won there. It's just the Neely's. If you've ever watched the Food Network channel, maybe 10-15 years ago, there was a couple that cooked together, and they would always put in cayenne pepper and other food. I hate spicy food, but it's such a good chili recipe. So if you go on, I think it's Patrick Neely. I don't know his wife's name, but if you go on the Food Network online and search for chili, it will probably pop up. And when I'm done, and all the videos uploaded, I'll see if I can find it for you and link it below. So it's really good. I changed it a little bit. Like, it calls for beer, and sometimes I don't have beer, so I won't put it in. And then instead of using diced tomatoes, I used petite diced tomatoes because I don't like the big chunks of tomatoes in chili. And then I don't add all the spices. Excuse me, there's chipotle chili pepper spice, and I can't add it all, or it will be too spicy for me and my kids. And then here's my husband, who's always adding more. Every year, he teases me. He's like, so you want some hot sauce in there? I'm like, no, Mark, leave it alone. So anyway, I feel like I'm rambling, and I'm just gonna go straight to cross stitch. I'm really sorry, you guys. So this morning, Willie and I went to Joanne Fabrics because it's the 20% off coupon starts today. So we picked up some stuff, and then we went to Costco and had lunch at home, and now he's napping, and I'm here with you guys. So I had to go to Joanne for 2 reasons. Reason number 1 is I picked up some fabric to make these for my kids for Christmas. I got this pattern from the Quilted Cow off of one of their live videos, and I picked up the 3 pillow forms, which are also on sale right now at Joanne. I got the 14-inch ones and some fabric. So check out the Quilted Cow, they're really cool. So I got this for my eldest son. I got him some sparkly black and this cool dragon fabric. So I'll use that for his. And then this is for my daughter. I got her some unicorn fabric and this really pretty teal to go with it. And the Quilted Cow does do like fabric kits, but they are such high quality fabrics, and I just didn't want to spend that much money to make these just for my kids. Even though I love my kids dearly, I didn't want to spend an arm and a leg on really fancy cotton. And then this is for Willie. He's obsessed with trains and tires and things that go, and I thought the red would look really nice. Whoops. So the pillows are on my floor over here, and I looked at the pattern. It looks super easy. So I have to do those when they're in school and Willie's napping. So that'll be really fun for a Christmas gift. Next, I'm just kind of going to go out of order, you guys. And I do apologize because I know I've been trying to have like the same every time, every video. But like I said, I'm unorganized today. I also got some lights from Joanne Fabrics because they were buy two get one. So I got these little reindeer lights, and I think I will use them for my Christmas quilty blocks. I had some tags too. Okay, so I was gonna do tags and a pillow, and I was gonna put the tags on here and do one as a giveaway. So I got the two reindeer sets, and then just a cute little garland. Let me see if I can find the tags in my pile before I move on. Okay, they are right here. So they had some tags. For my autumn acorns quilty blocks, I did acorns from the Dollar Tree, and I don't always like going to stores, so I try to do as few trips as possible, and I saw these at Joanne, so I picked these up, and I thought it would fit really nicely right there if stitched on the right size fabric, and then I can hang them on the lights. So I got two candy canes. Oops. So I'll do a giveaway set when I have it released. Two snowflakes, Santa, and two trees. And they had a couple other ones. They had like 3 snowflakes. They had a truck cut out with a tree and a gingerbread. They were really cute, and they're $1.99, but I think everything is on sale right now. Plus you have the 20% off. So if you're looking for something to do this weekend, head out to Joanne. Let's see. So I also wanted to pick up some floss for my the quilty blocks, the Christmas ones. So I want to stitch a big one on the Lori Holtz vintage cloth. So I picked up some pearl cotton. I don't know what colors I'm going to use yet, but I got, and they didn't have a large selection, and I already got my order from my LNS, so I didn't want to place another one. So I'm just working with what I have. I got some really pretty greens and an extra white. I'm pretty sure I have one, but I wanted to get it just in case I didn't have white. And then I picked out some like pinks and reds. So, and some tapestry needles because I think I only have one and I'm using it for another project. So I'm going to start working on those. And before I forget, I have to apologize about my turkey. I tried my little turkey design. I said, I promise I'll have it out for you guys to stitch for Thanksgiving. I can't finish it. It's in timeout. It's in my project bag. It just made me feel very frustrated and overwhelmed trying to finish it the way I wanted to, and knowing that I can't do it it really made me upset, and I do apologize. Maybe I will, not maybe, I will have to think of a different way to finish it, but still using the same components, and then figure it out for next season. So I'm sorry, and I think maybe that's why designers don't show what they're working on sometimes, because then you show people and they get excited and then you don't have it because something happens, and it does happen, and it happened. So I'm really sorry, and I will not forget about it, but I will not have it ready this year. So I received my order from my LNS. They took a day off this weekend, so it came, it still comes really fast, like the next day, because I'm so close. But it took longer because they were closed on Saturday. So I got some more white. I had to take a break on Willie's stocking because I ran out of white. So I got 3 more. I already have it ready to go. I worked on it a tiny bit last night, but not enough to really show progress. Plus I'm using white from my mom's project bag, so I needed it for that too. And then I got some overdyed floss for this chart. So I am going to start this when I'm done with the stocking and my mom's project bag. So I have all the floss ready for that. I also got some more fabric. I got more saltbush, 36 count. I already had this and I guess I forgot I had it, but I got more. I might have 40 count in my stash, but it's a nice color, so I'm okay with having more. And then these are two I do not have. This is R&R Vanilla Bean, really pretty lighter cream with some, I don't really want to open it up. It's like hardly mottled, just a teeny tiny little bit. It's a really pretty color. And then I got 36 count R&R Vintage Homespun, so it's in darker brown. And that's really nice too. And I know I got them for a reason, and I don't remember why. Okay, it's okay. Another thing, before I forget, because I don't have this written down and it's on my phone, which I'm using, and I don't have like a paper to remind me. I signed up for the LOLS, so Land of Lincoln Stitchers group on Facebook page. Because I am in Illinois. I signed up for their Christmas ornament exchange and I got my person today. I'm so excited, and I think this is why it reminded me of this. I think I'm gonna stitch one of these for the exchange. So this is my first ornament exchange, and I think I'm gonna stitch this one, maybe. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm very excited to be a part of that. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it or not, and I'm glad I am, because I think it'll be fun. On a side note, this Java Girl Stitches is back. She just filmed a Flosstube the other day, and she is starting a stitch along with some of her stitchy friends, and it is the Emily Call patterns, her new patterns on her Etsy shop, Quilted Christmas. And I'm gonna join that too. And this came out yesterday, and they are starting their stitch along on November 4th. This does call for Sulky and Week Steinworks and Gentle Arts. I'll just, I don't know, probably do a conversion or a change, or just pull like the colors I have to stitch this up. So I love this snowman. I think I'm gonna make it for my mom because she loves quilting, and it's, once there was a quilted snowman made with love, so it's adorable. I printed mine off small so I could save ink, so it's not showing up very well, but go check it out. They're really cute on her Etsy shop, Emily Call. So I'm starting that. Just need a little break. I also watched, I finally got caught up on Brenda and the Cereal Starter. My dog is snoring on the couch. She's lying in like the one patch of sunshine, which is also her spot on the couch, and she's just out. So Laura just got back from a retreat in Canada, and she brought her sampler with her that was, I think, gifted to her, and the, what is this, Modern Folk Embroidery, I think his name is Jacob, he charted it, and now they're selling the chart for, and all proceeds go to, well, I don't know if, I don't want to say all proceeds because I don't know for sure, but I know that they're selling this chart to help provide funds, or they're just helping, I think, the homeless community where they're at. I'm not entirely sure. I will go check out their Brenda and Laura's latest Flosstube, and she gives out more information. But I love the colors in this, the muted blues and browns, and I got the fabric, so that'll be coming. I ordered it on Wednesday when I was picking up my kids from school in the car, And I also ordered the floss pack, so it's Roxy Flossco. Let me just check. He does have a nice little insert there and some beautiful artwork. Yes, Roxy Flossco. So I ordered that, and I ordered the recommended fabric, which is sorry, it's not written down here. It is on their website though. They do have it on their website. So I got all that, and I'm excited for that. I'm not going to start it right away because I have other stuff I need to finish up. So I think that's kind of like all my housekeeping things. And then now for the good stuff, right? So I have some stitching to show, and then I think that's it. Oh, this is in my lap too. I went to the library yesterday. I signed up my eldest son for an RPG club, and it's 2 hours long, and it's really hard taking all the kids because Willie can't handle that, and he didn't have an afternoon nap, so he was just wild. But I found this book in the kids section, and it's so cute, and it's got beautiful illustrations, and I was so inspired. I took it home, and I think I'm going to design something around it. So I just wanted to share that with you, that you know, you can find inspiration in anything. The other morning I was walking my kids to the bus stop, and I think it was, today's Thursday, I think it was yesterday morning when it was still a little snow on the ground, and I'm thinking, frosted leaves, what rhymes with leaves? So I asked my kids, I'm like, what rhymes with leaves? So they gave me some ideas, and then I came up with a little saying for like when it snows in autumn and everything's like really colorful but also white and kind of crispy and frosted. So I have a cute saying for that, and I'm going to design something for that too. So, you know, you can find inspiration just about anywhere. It's the problem for me is finding time to do the creative drawing and charting, and then finding time to stitch it. That's the hard part. It'll get easier once all the babies are in school and I can devote more time to this. So okay, all right, anyway, so next up is my stitching, and it's out of order. I do not have a previous finish, but I do have a finish. I finished Santa Stop. Oh, I do have the chart. This is by Pickle Barrel Designs. I did change the colors, and I just used some scrap fabric I had. So I used Classic Colorworks Snowball and Grasshopper. So that's my white and my green. And then Gentle Art Geranium is my red. So you can see there's a really big difference with that variegation not being in there. And I moved some colors around in the present as well. So very cute. I have it ready for Christmas. And I also worked on my needlepoint. In fact, I brought this to my daughter's dance. Oh, I think this was last week. The week before was I had the baby, so I didn't do anything then. Okay, so this was last Saturday. So I brought my City Garden needlepoint, and this is by from Nancy's Needle. I'm using all the called for everything, and it's kind of see-through, so it's hard to show. Let me see if this will work. Okay, and all the kids, all the girls are like, oh, what's that? It's so pretty. And all the moms are like, oh my gosh, you must have a lot of patience to do that. That's a lot of work. I'm like, yeah, this is no big deal. So let's see. I worked over here on this side, so I got all this filled in over here. I worked on the border all the way down here, and I filled in that as well. So I got quite a bit done for the amount of time I worked on it. Needlepoint goes by a lot faster in my opinion than cross stitch. So there is my city garden. I'm just gonna pop it right there. I got strings all over the place on that one too. All right, so now I'm confused. I don't know if it was like 2 Fridays ago or last Friday, but I worked on Farm Life and I filled in the barn. And I'm using all the called for so far. And this is on fabric that I had to dye again because it was too light. And I'm sure the tag is in my bag somewhere. It's my mushroom bag that I made with Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch, her tutorial. And I filled in the barn. And it looks really nice. It looks so tiny. Here, let's see if I can. Well, it looks like I got a lot done until you see like the bigger picture. And then it's like, oh, I got a lot more to do. But it looks good. That weather vane is really cute, and those little French knots on there. Looks adorable. A little hay bale in there. Sorry, my lighting's not great. I don't have my ring light. I just have you guys propped up on my floss containers. So it's just natural light and then my dinky dining room light, which is actually really cute, but it doesn't give a lot of light, and I think I need a new light bulb. So, oh, anyway. Next is not cross stitch, but it's just kind of hanging out right here. I worked on a hat, and my son, Willie loves it. He kept grabbing it and putting it on. So I made a little kid's hat to donate to my craft group. And it's some yarn I got maybe a month ago. I went like on a yarn shopping spree, and it's so cute. Like, and this could be for a boy or a girl, it doesn't matter. That little white pom-pom, it actually fits my head. I have like the world's smallest adult head, but it's so cute. But we're not keeping it, we're giving that away. And then I did grab my scarf that I talked about last week. And I'm not going to trim them. I'm not even gonna make the edges all uniform. I'm just gonna call it a day. But it's so soft. It's 100% cotton. I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. That's the brand. And it's so fun. Very fall. Kind of like Harry Potter too. Just my opinion. So I brought those over. I finished, but not fully finished, my Spring Bouquet Mill Hill kit, garden boots. I got all those frogs done, stitched up and beaded up. The boots are done. And all I have to do is cut them out, and this guy goes here. And then I'll just put some felt. I like the felt on the back, and the magnet right here will go on there. So cute. I love these little kits. Doing beads is tedious, but I do enjoy it. I have a whole bunch back there behind me, and a lot more kits. They're not good for traveling though, because you know you're gonna lose all those beads. I'm having a bad hair day. I finished both sets of my mug mats, and I used Happiness Blooms by Moda. So these ones I found were a little bit harder for me to sew than the ones that were at an angle. So they're not as nice. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. Here's one. Here's another. So I used a Charm Pack and a jelly roll for these. And I only used 3 charms, so I have to figure out what to do with the rest. And then I have like 95% left of the jelly rolls, so I have to figure out what to do with those. And I think these ones turned out better. So these ones I showed you already. And you think that they would be harder. I would think that they would be harder, but I think they turned out better and they weren't as hard. I don't know, I just had a hard time with the charm pack set. But I'm going to wash them up, and now that I showed you, I'll wash them up and my family can start using them. Here's my little tray I put my stuff in. I did this for myself on Mother's Day one year. It was at like one of those painting places. Like, I think it's called Pino's Palette. And I want to say it was during COVID, because I think I painted this at home. I probably picked this up and brought it home and painted it with their little tutorial. So it's my little tray. My Mother's Day gift to myself a few years ago. Okay, I also have, I really hope I get to have everything, because I'm almost done, and I think I'm really hoping I didn't forget anything. But here's my progress on my mom's bag. I'm sorry, Mom, if you're watching, which I know you aren't anyway. Don't watch. Merry Christmas. So she loves to iron. She's a big sewist, and I purchased this mesh bag off at Quarter Shop, and made up a design for her. So steam queen, and then I'm working on the iron. And when it's all done, I will share the chart with you for free if you want to make it too, if somebody in your life is obsessed with ironing as much as my mom. So everything that I'm using is in here. I've got my floss in there, and my chart, and then a little charm for her on there. Her favorite color is blue. Oh, sorry. 2 more things. I'll start with the big one. Okay, guys, I finished Cinnamon Stars, and it's beautiful and heavy. Okay, I'm just gonna let you stare at that for a little bit and admire it. It's so pretty. Oh gosh. Oh, I got dirty. Oh well. I'll probably change my shirt after this. Okay, so I got this huge board from Goodwill. I had a duck on it, and it's wood. It's like sturdy and heavy. It has a cute little heart cut out there on the top. I got the duck off. I have some magnets on there. And this white piece here with the ticking fabric. Ow. I think I just got a splinter. Is separate. I'm just trying to kind of, because I thought, well, what if I want to keep that on there and then use it for something else? So I put magnets on that as well. And then I used this really pretty rust colored homespun that I tore and then made a ruffle border. And then some white pom-pom. It's not Lady Dots Creates. It's probably just a tiny little white pom-pom from Michaels or Joanne. And I had just enough. I think that's where I started and stopped, and it was like perfect. And I measured it out before, but I was so happy because I'm like, it needs something to brighten it up because it was so dark. And then there's this dark wood. So I added the white and cream ticking, that rust colored homespun, and then this white pom-pom, and it's gorgeous. And it's stitched on, was it 37? It's either 35 or 37. It's a tea-dyed fabric I got from one of my LNS's retreats I went to. And I did change some colors. I changed the pumpkins. I added some beads. Because all the pumpkins I think are orange, and I added a white one, 2 white ones and like a green one. I'm pretty sure. And then this is not the called for either. I don't know where my chart is. I should have pulled it out. I apologize. And then I added 2 little pumpkins that are orange and one that's white to the top. I think I got the orange ones from the Dollar Tree. And they were on like these little clips, and I just pulled them out and then glued them on there. And then I had these little fluffy things and some 2 little white balls. They're really cute. It looks really nice together. And I kind of have it tucked under my chin. It's on a magnet, so I can take this off too. And so I put my magnet here and the washer here, and I use twisty ties. I don't know if you can see that. I used twisty ties and then hot glued them on there to help hold it all together. And then I can just take that off. I need to fix that and replace it seasonally, change it out. Because that, you know what would look really cute on here? Those houses, those like red, white, and blue houses from Country Cottage Needleworks would look really nice on here for summertime. So I think that's all I was going to talk about this one. It's so pretty. And it fits on here perfectly. I just need to add like, oh no, there is like a cool hanger. Look at this cool hanger. It's like a circle. And it moves. So I will have to put that up. I'm so dirty right now, you guys. Okay, it's a good thing I have one thing to show you because even my hands are dirty. Okay, I have one more thing and then I'm done. So let me just take it out. I'm done with my coffee. I need to drink more water because my hands get really dry this time of year because I'm always washing them, like after changing diapers or tidying up and then doing the dishes. So my hands are so dry and my fingers are all cracked and my nails are breaking. So I need to drink more water. So I'll switch to that next. Lastly, I forgot to say thanks for being here with me, you guys. See, I'm so unorganized today. I have a free chart to share with you, and I put it on my new blog. That sounds like something nobody should be saying in 2023. I have a new blog, but I couldn't think of any other way to share free charts with you other than like purchasing a website, and I'm not ready for that yet. So I have a blog. I have 2 posts. You don't even need to read the first one. It's just like, this is a blog for charts. But it's my latest one on there. I just did it yesterday, I think. So I made a little chart for you guys, and it's called Winter Wonderland. So it is free. It is on my blog. All you have to do is go on there and click on not the picture of this, but the picture of the chart. Just click on that and you should be able to, it should download automatically to your computer. So I stitched Winter Wonderland on some leftover 40 count lichen that I used for one of my my birthday start, my green sampler, Elizabeth Garrod. So I had a lot left over. So I used 40 count lichen by Tabby Cat, and I stitched it with DMC. It's all the information is on my blog. I will link it below when I have a chance after this video uploads. I added 2, it's really poofy, 2 layers of quilt batting. And then I had some white scrap fabric in my stash. It's hard to see, but it's kind of got like, I don't want to say embossed, but it's got a pattern on there. And I just used sticky board, and then I backed it with felt. It's just some gray felt. And then I had this really pretty ribbon, and I made a loop, and I sandwiched it in between the felt and the back of the white, and a bow, and there you have it. So if you want a free chart, go check that out. I will link it below in the show notes. and everything else that I will forget, and I'll have to rewatch my video. So thanks guys for being here with me today. I will try to get back on track. I know that was a lot. Try to get back on track for next video on Thursday, next Thursday. So I'm just looking at like all the things on my table and all the things I have to do. So it's a lot. So I need to prioritize and think about what I want to share with you guys. So thank you so much again. I really appreciate you spending 40 minutes to be here with me and just watch me ramble on about nonsense. I know there's a lot of Flosstubers out there, so it really means a lot that you are taking your time to watch my videos and spend that time with me. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the week and get some stitching in. Leave me a comment below. I had a really good idea for a comment, like, and I forgot it already. Like, I know some people will say like, oh, what's your favorite movie? Leave it in the comments. But I had a really good one and I did not write it down, and I'm very forgetful and I don't remember it anymore. So, you know, just say hi if you want, or nothing at all. It's totally fine. I'm one of those people, I like hardly ever comment on videos, but all right, I'm gonna go clean myself and get some stitching in and drink some water. So have a great rest of your day or night, your week, and get some stitching in. Take some time for yourself. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Check out my Etsy shop. I'll have some new releases soon. I'm working on Winter Warmth, and then I'll work on the quilty blocks. Visit my blog for that new chart, free chart, and follow me on Instagram. I was reading so much I didn't really post. I'm going to post the picture of my chili because it looks so good. And I think that's it. So bye you guys. Take care.